Yay!
Yay, we made it. After such effort.
Yeah. We'll crack open a cold one on that one. It's just a bang. So.
Just a bang. Don't worry about it. Those are good.
Yep.
You know, I don't think I've actually drank one yet, to be honest. We don't drink energy drinks, so. That's true. I try to not drink them as much as I can. The bangs are pretty good, though, when they're low on, so they're like zeros across the board. The rain ones are pretty good, too. You can try those. Maybe one morning when I'm like having to take my eyelids to go to work, I'll be like, maybe I'll take Thomas's as well. Remember the time that we drank 5-hour energy shots and Brandy about killed you? She wanted to murder us.
Well.
So, how's everyone been? Everyone surviving Corona Apocalypse 2020?
Yep. I just got back from the epicenter of it in Kentucky, from Lexington.
Oh, yeah. Yep. That's pretty bad. One step further than I did. I've been in Perry County. There's a case there. But it's really weird because like all the stores, they had this guy that's standing outside and he's like, "What family member only?" Fair enough. Well, I understand. So.
It's kind of how it was at the hospital too. I went down for my sister for a doctor's appointment. At first they were going to let me back there, had my mask on, and then they're like, "Yeah, can you leave?" Like, all right. Like the other person said it was okay. Just, I'm not going to fuss about it. I'll just go.
Well, I found a few topics that I was going to discuss. Something to kind of, get our minds off of the apocalypse right now. But my first one I was going to talk about is this year's 35th anniversary of Mario. Yay! That's the whole reason for the whole Nintendo doing the thing with
Lego?
Levi
Oh, yeah.
with Legos that kind of help with Mario, get Mario out there more because they're going to do like the Mario overalls or whatever, and then they're going to do of course you've seen the Lego set for Mario, but that being said, the Switch doesn't have a huge catalog of games coming out this year unless they surprise us with some more, but the ones that have kind of leaked, so there's like an interview I think with Eurogamer that they're going to be re-releasing a lot of the older Mario games like Super Mario Mario Galaxy, Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, and they're going to be making a brand new Paper Mario game. I was always a huge Paper Mario fan back in the day, but that was actually some of my favorite games was Paper Mario games. I don't know how you all feel about that, but there's those games are probably going to be re-released on the Switch this year.
I never got to play the Paper Mario games. It's, I guess I just hadn't had much interest in it, but like, it's not that I would be opposed to playing them. I just never got around to it.
Right. It's like a turn-based strategy game.
Mm-hmm.
Turn-based RPG, not turn-based RPG. There's Mario, and you get little power-ups and stuff like that, like different boots and hammers and stuff like that. Kind of fun game, though.
Nice. What? Whoa! What was that?
I have no clue. Sorry, it's me. I was having trouble hearing me, so I was trying to figure out what to do about that.
Oh.
I can fine.
Well, yeah.
Dad says I'm not fine. If you weren't talking.
Yeah.
Well, no, he said me and you are muscle, but Kevin's fine. Well, I'm kind of back from my computer. I've got um, the my other two topics is Niantic, which is the company that made the Pokemon Go games, and that's the one they really got known for. They made nothing before that, but they're trying to make things easier during this whole Corona apocalypse. Still, they are making it where you can do raids from your home and stuff like that, which is really nifty. They had like a huge deal on you get like incense and stuff like that to attract Pokemon to you, and then also they had it as like a penny, and you got like a bunch of Pokeballs or incense, and then they had to deal with a penny for like a bunch of Pokeballs. And something crazy about that is that during this whole Corona apocalypse, Pokemon Go has made more money than they ever made before.
Wow, that's actually surprising.
Yeah, like I was like, this is a game where you're supposed to get up and walk around the house or walk around and stuff like that. So I'm just assuming people are like, well, I can't go to this or can't go to that, so I'm just going to get up and walk around town or whatever, to try and catch some Pokemon. But yeah, that's the only thing that I actually had on my agenda. Well, okay.
Well, that's a show, guys.
Yeah.
No.
It's over. Kidding. I guess I could jump in on mine if Pat can hear me.
Yeah.
I mean, here? I don't know.
Pat can't really hear you, and he's not really paying attention. He's out playing Settlers of Catan on his phone.
I mean, he could be playing Settlers of Catan. I have no idea. But, no, the one thing I guess I wanted to talk about was, like, a couple different, apps that everybody uses. Well, not everybody. I don't use one of them.
Yeah.
But the big one right now is Zoom. Everybody's using Zoom for meetings and stuff. And going through the tech news, it seems like Zoom. I'm getting cracked up with that. Anyway, Zoom is apparently like in some serious lawsuits right now because apparently one person in California is suing them because their information was getting stolen and sent to Facebook, which is part of the problem that they have, that when you join, you can either sign up, you can use Facebook or Google or whatever. But the problem is when you use Facebook, it enables Facebook SDK to log you in with the software development kit. When you use a software development kit, it gives you root access to the phone.
Oh.
So, due to that, they're able to basically retrieve any information they want, and it just indirectly just gets sent to Facebook. This is a development flaw on Zoom's behalf, but they even put it in that that's how it's logging into Facebook using SDK. So that's one incident. The second thing is apparently, and it's a big deal with like Mac computers. So when you install the Zoom client itself on your Mac computer, it uses the authorization executive install parameters. Alright. It's installed without user preference. But due to this, it leaves scripts enabled that can be accessed through outside means, which means it leaves an open door to your Mac computer that can be hacked. So that's the second thing. Macs are usually like pretty bulletproof about stuff like that. Like you usually can't hack a Mac very easily compared to other. I agree, but the fact that this uses such a high-end executive install, it bypasses all the security parameters that you normally couldn't bypass. Right, that's what I'm saying. That's a big deal because that's one thing that everyone gets Macs for is you can't really, they're not really as hackable. Yeah, and due to that, there's been numerous claims that people have been recorded in their personal life, and it's been just sent out into
Lovely.
So, yeah, Zoom's over the top. Like right now, they're like in trouble, like FBI level in trouble for cybersecurity flaws. If like someone like gets into your PC through Zoom, can they say you just got zoomed? Actually, there is a phrase that they call it. It's called Zoom bombing.
Yep.
So, yeah, I was like, okay, yeah, that's kind of catchy, I guess. I just got Zoom bombed.
Sounds fun. Not really.
No, I mean it's crazy how much they got going on. So many different security flaws.
Right. That's pretty intense. I'm glad I don't have Zoom on my computer either of them because I buy it with Mac and Windows and Microsoft.
It's not just computer though. Like even the apps for your phone kind of do something similar. I know Thomas is over there like uninstall.
Yep, I'm uninstalling all of this tonight.
So apparently that is also an issue. More so with Android than iPhone because iPhone OS is a little bit more, like Thomas said, bulletproof. But with Android, it can install a root, like a backdoor Trojan horse into your phone. And if it does that, then yeah, same deal. You can be like, there's people saying like their phone recorded them because at the time that they were being recorded, the only thing around them was their phone, and they got wind that hey, there's this video on the internet of you. So I don't know. Apparently, I don't know how much I trust Zoom now. I know a lot of people use it, but it's making me really, really scared to even have it.
Actually, speaking of Zoom, that's what one of my buddies in the military said that they have to do where they're quarantined or now too. They have to do calls over Zoom.
Yeah, that's great. Well, a good thing, is the hackers are completely taking full advantage of all the flaws with Zoom security issues.
Yeah, they're getting military secrets now.
These calls, that's nothing really secretive. It's
Yeah.
Did you check your email today? Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
The other thing I want to talk about, I've heard of people using it. I've never used it, never had it, probably will never have it, is WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Apparently WhatsApp is also, there's an issue with it that somehow, like, hackers have taken advantage of it by sending you weird messages or something that if you tap it, then it basically unlocks your phone to them. So people are getting hacked through WhatsApp as well. So, and it comes in, various ways. One thing was they send you a message. Other things is it's like, hey, a free voucher for this. And right now, with the way the economy is going, everybody's like trying to get stuff out. And they're like, oh yeah, get 20% off this. So, people don't really pay attention. So they're like, okay, yeah, this is just an ad. So they just tap it, and then once they do, it's over. Because then you have to clean your phone out to get rid of it.
You got any more of those apps that I might need to get rid of?
No, there's always been really investigated much of that. With Android, you can get a antivirus for it. I don't think there is antivirus for iPhone store. I'm not sure. I've never owned the iPhone, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I have, but there's not like a big reason for it. Like we've talked about, Macs usually don't get viruses or hacked for the most part. So
that's very true. But if hackers are, disguising things in like ads, which all apps are like ate up with ads.
yeah.
So, you're like, okay, ad, tap it, and then, you give it root access executive mode to the phone.
Mm-hmm.
That bypasses even iPhone security.
Yeah, definitely deleting these apps when we're done with this.
I don't know about Zoom, guys. I mean, maybe we could continue the Skype, I've not heard any reports about Skype, everybody getting hacked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I thought that. I'll keep up with Skype until we can be in person again.
Yes. But other than that, for all you people sitting home bored, today Apple made an agreement with Amazon that if you have the Amazon app from the store on your iPhone, you can rent and watch movies on your phone and your Apple TV. I know some people are big on Apple TV. I don't have one.
Yeah.
I have Apple TV. I got a free year subscription of it when I got my iPad, so that's the only reason why I have Apple TV.
Yeah. So apparently, yeah, now you can rent Amazon through that.
I have Apple TV.
Sorry, I was laughing at Pat too. I was reading his comments finally. Apparently, this is my plot to take over the show. Was the muffled?
Weird. I don't. Do I sound muffled to you guys?
No, you sound good to me. So with everything that's been going on, I've been checking in a lot with the comic book news lately, just to see like where things are gonna go right now. And I think a lot of stuff just wasn't even getting shipped this week, just due to what everything is going on. Some some publishers, they were doing physical copies but not digital copies, and I think Image wasn't doing either. It's always good to have a dog on the show. A dog and a girl. That's what helps with shows.
She is extra chunky right now. Look at that.
I'd lift up my cat, but she would like hate me. So
I don't know. She loves this thing. She was in the floor like, love me. You know, this dog is very nice.
Yeah.
We love it anyway.
yeah. But yeah, some of them just weren't getting released, and some due to like what they're doing. They're doing like a pre-order system right now, like where they'll basically pre-order the physical copy and then get access to the digital copy and get the physical copy later. So, I think that's at least what the case is in over in Dublin right now in Ireland. So, I was reading this. That's the article I'm reading on Comic Book Resources, trying to get a little more information on this. So. It's just weird right now. Like distribution lines are faulty and are failing us. And you guys can hear me, right? Okay. Is my video out of sync for you guys? Because it's like very delayed on my end.
Yes, it's kind of delayed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure.
Yep, it's delayed over here as well.
The Pat out there, this is a nerdy dog.
Yeah.
That's a dog in that video.
Yep. That's gonna be the next logo. Is just like him in a top hat.
Yeah.
I mean, we know you have the Photoshop skills for it, Corey.
It could happen. I turned it into a doggy.
Yeah.
This is doggy.
And Napoleon. No, wait, was that the cat?
No, it's Napoleon.
Look at these big doggy ears. Alright, go on.
Yeah. So, I've been out of town all day anyway, so I haven't been able to like actually read any comics. So, and what was I really going to do about that anyway?
Since I got the like subscription for D&D Beyond, I've just been creating a bunch of characters. I have like 20 created now.
Only 20. Oh, the one thing that we were going to talk about. You wanted to talk about that end of the world scenario that you didn't get to do last time that we did. The show.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So, you know, I want to do it to where we can like make decisions and stuff like that, and then like roll the dice and see what happens, kind of like you would in D&D. I think that, you know, we talked about that. I think that'd be a really fun, really good idea. You know, maybe it's a role playing game. Evan, I can't hear you anymore.
You can't hear me anymore?
Oh, now you're back. I think.
Okay. I just wasn't talking. So.
It looked like you were. My bad.
Yeah, it's because of that delay.
That means you're muffled.
Yeah. Super muffled.
Just the coronavirus and everything going the way it is, I think it would be a nice way to kind of put a different spin on it and maybe have it go different routes and everything. Like, I don't know, you have like the whole Resident Evil route, like if it turns into like a zombie virus or
Yeah.
not zombies, but they have like a, or the
20 days later, the rage.
yeah,
Yeah.
like that, you know, I think it'd be fun to do stuff like that. Maybe if we can get some of our viewers to join along with us and do it.
Like roll the dice.
Yeah. So how are we rolling the dice on this?
Well, that's a. I think it has to be like scenarios, I guess. I mean, I keep my dice with me.
I mean, we could always use the Discord dice roller.
Oh, yeah.
They so very much.
Yeah, it rolled fine for me, kind of.
I know it did.
With mine, it,
You know, if you wouldn't have put the sanctuary across, you would have died right from the get-go.
oh yeah, Krog would be dead.
So, speaking of D&D, actually, you're DMing next time, right? Yeah.
I'm gonna try.
It's not really that hard.
Yeah.
Not that bad. Just,
I mean, I look forward to it. I'd like to, you know, I've been wanting to do a story. I just have no idea what. And
Everybody out there send Kevin ideas of a good team.
yeah,
Story.
yeah, there we go. Our viewers, send Kevin some ideas for what he could do for a D&D quest. Let's see, there'll be a couple of us using new characters next time too. That'll be interesting.
it's interesting that where we left off with this past campaign, because now we have a baby dragon, and that won't factor into anything in the next quest.
No. You know, actually, since Regal and Shin won't be there, they can be taking care of the dragon, the baby dragon.
Yep, there we go. Well, I just figure they're probably all together. Like, it's just like my 5 dads. You know that scenario?
Basically, you know, most of our characters are still going off on a quest next time, so they're like, okay, we're going off on this quest, you take care of the dragon.
Oh.
I don't know, guys. What are we gonna do with this dragon?
You know,
He's gonna eat the masses.
thinking now, something we could do on here is, like, every week since we have a D&D session, we could post, like, cliff notes of what happened during that session.
That might be dangerous. I don't know.
We will edit them.
Yeah. What would be really dangerous is if I filmed it and then put it up.
That would be very dangerous.
Somebody would lose a job. Probably me.
Maybe detrimental to some people's health.
Yeah. And their place in society.
Yes.
So, going back to the end of the world, if you guys had to choose, like, which one would you actually choose? Would you choose, like, a Fallout, you know, Walking Dead? What would be, like, I mean, none of it's ideal, but what would you say would be more favorable?
See, I don't think the zombie apocalypse would be like the end of the world scenario unless it was not like Walking Dead zombies. Those are just, you know, that would end very quickly because of how many gun owners we have in the United States.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if it was like Day of the Dead zombies where they're like running at you, that might be a little different.
You know, there's like a big difference from Resident Evil 1 zombies to Resident Evil 4 zombies. Resident Evil 4, they're running and climbing buildings and stuff.
And they got chainsaws.
Yep.
They have chainsaws. Yeah. I think the most terrifying type of zombie would be ones created by nanotechnology, not necessarily a virus or something, but nanotechnology, because its only purpose would be to, you know, survive and everything, and just duplicate and all that. I don't know. There's just a good. It's more terrifying, I think, that way than it would be a virus. Virus you can find a cure for.
That's true.
But couldn't you hack the nanotechnology and then shut it down?
Depending on how intelligent the AI is.
That's true.
I mean, we talking like G.I. Joe movie, Nano, or...
Hmm.
Maybe I'm thinking like very highly intelligent nanotechnology that is very adaptive and everything.
That kind of reminds me of that. We talked like a couple weeks ago about that movie Bloodshot, that new Vin Diesel movie. Technically, he's a nanotech zombie because
Yeah,
he's dead and he's been infused with nanotechnology to heal him. So,
that's
yeah,
basically what the scenario that I think is more terrifying would be that. I think if it was my choice, I think I would much rather have a zombie apocalypse than a not a nanotechnology zombie apocalypse, but just a regular virus zombie apocalypse than a Fallout, because I think a Fallout is just it's awful because you have to think of the repercussions from the radiation and everything.
yeah, yeah.
That's
Even
why
if
you
you,
get a Pit Boy.
yeah, yeah. Really, I think the Fallout scenario is probably like the other than the nanotech zombies is probably the worst case. Just that, like as Thomas was saying, like the radiation. Like
Yeah,
even if you were to survive it, once you got out into the world, if you didn't have proper, uh, protective equipment for that, then you would die pretty quickly from radiation poisoning.
yep.
Sure, so nobody wants to die from radiation poisoning.
Mm-hmm.
My ideal one, I think, would be The Last of Us, like one based on that, because society is still for the most part functioning. Things are a little bit more of a police state in some areas, but like the zombies are pretty manageable, and they're not. I guess you'd still call them zombies. They're basically just infected with parasites, kind of like Resident Evil 4.
Yeah.
So, but that seems like pretty manageable.
Yeah.
So far, we're not living in that because, as far as I know, no one has been revived from dying from the coronavirus. So,
Wouldn't that be terrifying?
Yeah,
You're like, it's beyond science.
it's Reanimator.
Oh, God.
Regal.
Yeah, that is just a timeless good movie.
I need to watch that.
Have you watched it?
Not yet.
Oh my goodness, you need to watch it. I'm sure Thomas hasn't watched it either. He's not even watched Tiger King.
Yeah.
Both years.
Yeah. I think the director of Reanimator passed away a couple days ago.
Oh, did he?
I think so.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
But no, that movie, I don't know. It's everything that an 80s cheesy horror movie has to offer and more.
Is that a is
Go ahead.
is that available for streaming anywhere right now?
I don't know. I mean, you can rent everything off Amazon.
That's true.
Yeah. But he kept like, yeah.
Well, dang it! I know somebody died. Let's see.
He's like, I gotta look it up now.
I got to see who died.
You guys keep talking. Don't worry about me.
Anyway, going back to the movie. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I know it's meant to, have some horror attributes to it, but really overall, it's just kind of like a dark comedy.
That's what I've heard about it.
And I don't know. I like a good dark comedy. I think it's, very fun and refreshing. Takes away, instead of the jump scares and everything, you want to be like, that's so bad, but it's so funny.
Yeah. Well, I think the performance of Jeffrey Combs in that kind of helps.
Yes, yes.
Have you guys watched? This is something that kind of is something of a segue for that. You guys watched the Justice League Unlimited series, right? When it was out.
Yes. I did not.
Oh, you missed out. It was so good. Go get DC Universe and watch it. It's fantastic. I can't find out who it was that died. Not yet. But next year is going to be the 20th anniversary of the series, and Jeffrey Combs as the Question is fantastic. he plays it kind of like Rorschach from The Watchmen, which is appropriate because that's the character that Rorschach was based on. And it's like the best. It's probably the best performance in the series, and he does not get enough episodes for that. If anybody wants to borrow the box set, I have them. We'll do a watch along.
Whenever we can, see everyone again.
Yep, it was Stuart Gordon. He was the director of Reanimator. He died at the age of 72 recently. No cause of death was said.
He wasn't okay. I was looking at the producer.
Corey, is that a Sega Genesis on your wall back there?
That is actually the Sega Genesis from my childhood that no longer works.
Oh.
That is still awesome.
Yeah, I hung it on the wall because I was like, this is it. And you guys can't see it. I can reach it. I got like a bunch of old collectibles from days, like this gem here.
Is that a PSP?
It is a PSP. I don't know. It probably would work if I still had the charger, but I don't currently have the charger and have no idea where it is. And then, like, these were in my attic as a child.
Polly.
This is originally from my child, but the mice, when it was in storage, ate the cords, but I still kept the gun.
Oh.
Because it was cool.
You being an electrician, though, I'm sure you could actually find the parts to fix that cord.
I could, but I don't have, like, an original Nintendo to use it.
I do. If you guys want.
You're like, fix that gun so I can use it.
Well, when I was at, I think it was the Apple Festival a couple years ago, there was a table that was selling like Duck Hunt with the gun in box, and they said like unless you have like an old tube television, they don't work anymore on it.
Yeah, they don't. You have to have like CRT.
Yeah.
Is our live feed still working? Because it's not doing anything.
It's what?
Yeah, our live feed is not. Oh. It jumped just then.
Everything's still working on my end, so.
It jumped for a second on my end.
Okay.
Like I'm looking at the live feed. It says live, but there's nothing there. It's just
Okay.
a still frame.
Okay.
Yeah, mine's jumping around. It's like now it's back to normal.
Yeah.
Okay. I know the bead art stuff right there. I know you did all that. We were talking about Paper Mario. Like there's Paper Mario.
Oh yeah, that's the one. That's not a bead, though.
Everything's
still
working on my
That's not. No. Most of the ones I don't know. I hate to use my camera, but I can.
That's okay. I was just pointing them out.
One day we'll do a video of just collectible tours that we'll put together.
Yeah. Kevin. Let me see here. I could probably catch some of the ones behind my computer here.
Which reminds me, Kevin, I think there's a collectible that I want to gift to you.
Anyway, yeah, further stuff. Which I think I've uploaded pictures for it on my Facebook. That's like.
Oh, nice.
Those guys, and I think over here I've got an earthworm gem up high.
Sweet.
Yeah, those are very time consuming. So if you're locked in, get into some perler art.
Ow.
It's super easy to kind of get into. It's very zen in a way because just putting all those pegs on the board and stuff.
That's really cool.
Yeah, like each one, these two guys took like 2 hours. I think that Metal Sonic took like 3 hours, and that Dr. Robotnik was like 3 hours.
And are those like sewing ones kind of thing?
You remember from the 90s, this perler beads, or like the colored beads?
Yeah.
You put on the board, you melt them with iron.
Yeah.
That's what they are.
Okay.
I bought a bunch of the pegboards. I bought a bunch of various colors. You can get this stuff. It's kind of pricey, but it's not too bad.
And Thomas, that's a Batman you have there?
It's a Q-Pop Batman.
Okay, sweet.
Classic TV series. And I'm going to gift this to you because I know how much of a Batman fan you are.
I appreciate it.
And yeah, it's got like the old style everything from the classic TV series.
Nice. Thank you.
The classic.
Oh. Oh.
It sits over there with a few of my pops, but I'm just like, yeah, Kevin's more of a Batman thing.
Oh.
I like the Zelda poster.
Oh, over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I need to hang it up. It was actually a gift from one of Brandy's coworkers.
Nice.
Like, I don't even think he really even knew me that long, but he was just, they took a trip one day to Walmart, and he was just like, hey, I know a guy that likes this. It's based off what Brandy's told me. So I was like, okay. So I took it. I was completely stuck about it. I got another one hanging up over there in the corner. It's the Ocarina of Time.
I'm trying to figure out what's the poster on the other side of the room.
On this side,
Yeah.
that is about 20 Game Informers chopped up on the poster board.
I see the Left 4 Dead, I'm pretty sure there.
Yeah, I don't know. For a while, I just took Game Informers and I just made posters of them, collage it together.
Didn't you do that? I remember you did a table like that too a while back.
Yeah, it's actually back there too.
I know you're wearing a Diablo of Rehab.
Yeah, actually, you gave it to me.
Yeah. I had another one just like it, and it flew out the window of my truck when I had it. I was driving down the road and it goes, pew!
Well, there it goes.
There it goes.
Did we lose Kevin? Where's he at?
No, I'm still here, guys. I'm just listening.
You know, we were talking about things to do while you're bored.
Mhm.
If you are a Pokemon fan, there are these. These are basically Legos. They're the Mega Constructs.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So, Charizard, as you can tell. But yeah, there's those. I know you can get them off of Amazon since you shouldn't be going out anywhere right now.
Yeah. It'll take a month to get it from Amazon, but
I've heard that
nice.
in bigger areas that Amazon has started a Amazon Prime now. That on certain products that they offer, where they do delivery and stuff,
Mhm.
that you can get it within like 2 hours.
Yeah. Actually, you know, Sheena and I, we've still been ordering from Amazon. We've been getting the majority of our stuff, as long as it's, smaller things. We've been getting the majority of it within Amazon Prime time within 2 days. We ordered a bottle, I think, yesterday, day before, and we got it today.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And that's what they said too. It really depends on what you're ordering, and as far as like the amount, depends on how quick. But as far as I know, they're still going to do Prime Day.
Yeah.
So that's still a thing on the Amazon's agenda. They're still doing the Prime customer, stuff, and they're still trying to do Prime deliveries. But if you order other stuff like, say, I don't know, hand sanitizer,
Yeah.
it'll probably be delayed.
Yeah.
We ordered I think it depends on the size of it, because we ordered a hammock chair for Sheena, and I don't think we're supposed to get it until like the end of next month.
Yeah.
Or this month.
See, I ordered a charger, a laptop charger for my sister because her new puppy had eaten the other one, and I'm still waiting. It said like it'll come sometime. Essentially, it was in stock, but it's right now I would say something like that is kind of I would say that's an essential item. It's not like essential like food, of course, but with everybody having to do work remotely right now, I would say that's kind of an essential thing.
Just don't use Zoom, guys.
Yeah. I'm going to have to tell everybody not to use Zoom. And when I do the Behind the Mug podcast, we're going to have to probably do it off Skype. Try that again.
I would definitely wait and see if anything comes up a lawsuit, and if they are, maybe keep up with the internet articles on Zoom to see if more legal action is being pursued, if the FBI is after them, pursuing different things. Because that could really be a problem, for a lot of people.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. It's a weird time.
really is.
It's like we're like just in general we're more dependent on technology now more than ever. Like even before all this, and then like now we're definitely dependent on it.
Because there's so many people that are out of jobs and quarantined and everything right now that you don't really have anything else to do, really, and they're just like, well, I guess I'll watch The Office for the 16th time.
Yeah. I wonder if Jim and Pam will get together. I have no idea, even though this is the third time I've watched it.
Disclaimer, I've never watched The Office. I just never was a big...
Steve Carell fan?
oh, no, this was not a show that I was interested in, really.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know a lot of people love it.
I didn't get interested until about the third season, and then we bought the DVDs of them back when you actually had to buy the DVDs to watch anything.
Yeah.
And we binged it, and then we kept up with it throughout pretty much the remainder of the series.
Mm-hmm.
And that was enough for me. I didn't need to watch it again.
Oh, I'm going to give a shout out to a brand here, if you don't mind. I'm wearing these. They are Gunner gaming glasses.
Mm-hmm.
For those people, they make prescription ones as well, but they block out the blue light, the harmful blue light that comes off of all of our technology that we see, since we're talking about technology and how dependent we are on it. They block that out, and they help with like headaches and everything if you're doing a lot of screen time and everything. But these are not prescription ones. I've been fortunate I don't have to have prescription glasses or anything, but they help with the screens and everything just so much, and I highly recommend it to anyone that games or anything.
Yeah, two out of three people in this chat agree. You're lucky to not have prescription.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that you can actually get those prescription, you said.
Yeah.
So did you just like have to specially order it from the website, kind of like Warby Parker, and just put in your prescription numbers?
I do believe so. I can actually send you the link if you'd like.
Yeah, absolutely. And we can we can also put up later for people who might be interested.
Yeah. It's but yeah, they do prescription and non-prescription. And actually, this right here is my third pair. My kids broke my first one. My other ones actually, there was a flaw in them and they broke, but they sent me my third pair for free because of all that. So,
Good deal.
yeah, I've had really good luck with them though, other than my kids breaking them and the other ones. I don't know. Like I said, there was just a flaw in them that caused them to snap, but they, no fuss or anything, gave me replacements. I just sent them an email and everything. They replied back, gave me the information to send them back, and then they sent me the new ones, and I got them within less than a week, I think.
Yeah, definitely gonna have to check that out when I get another prescription. Because I've.
Well, I'm the production stuff, so I mean, you're constantly using a lot of screen time. So.
Exactly.
Is the prescription? I'm sure, obviously they are, but are they more expensive than if it's just non-prescription?
I would assume so. I've not really looked into it, but if you give me a second here, I'm gonna move my foot here.
Yeah.
But while we're staring at Thomas's beard,
Yeah. I mean, it is so majestic.
it is.
By the beard of Zeus.
That's the beard of the gods.
Like, I'm pretty sure after a while I would just look like Tom Hanks' Catchy. It would just be everywhere.
You know.
Wouldn't be pretty.
Last year when I wrote a short film, I just started, growing my hair and beard out because I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to play this character. I didn't have to. I could have found somebody else, but I wanted to. And then I never filmed anything, so I'm like, okay, I got to start shaving because now I just look homeless.
That's the thing too. It's like, does this beard look good on me? I don't know. I could be homeless.
It didn't help that I didn't have to, really get dressed in any proper fashion at the time. So.
So how much are your normal glasses, Corey?
I mean, they're kind of pricey. How much are those glasses?
They say $219.
That's not bad.
That's a lot more than what I paid for these.
Yeah, that's about right. I think
Yeah.
after insurance and everything, that's almost what I paid.
Yeah.
Pretty close.
So, but yeah, I paid I think $40 for these.
That's a big difference. I'm just gonna see if they have an oversized pair. I'll just put it over top of my glasses.
They do, I think, actually.
Oh.
I'll just give me like some cool '90s clip-ons.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, the clip-ons.
Yeah.
They even have sunglasses, which also still get double as the gaming glasses because they block out the blue light.
Yeah.
But no, we want the cool flip glasses that you flip it up.
Yeah. We want to look like Spider-Man in Far From Home when he's Night Monkey.
Yeah.
You guys seen Far From Home yet?
I have not. It's on my to-watch list.
I'm actually behind on that as well. It's was it a worthy watch or?
Yeah, I would say so. I think it's a nice end cap to what all we've seen so far from the MCU.
Wasn't that technically really the last movie of the MCU, like of this phase?
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking, because I know they're like, oh yeah, Endgame was it, and then like, no, Far From Home is actually the last one.
Yeah. Like, if we want to look at things chronologically, even though everything started with the Iron Man movie, like, if we want to look at, like really, the first Captain America movie is, like, the prologue to everything, and then, so this is, like, the epilogue to all of it.
Okay.
I'm getting freaked out because I'm watching Kevin and he's talking and moving, but his mouth isn't moving.
See, this is why I need to keep drinking something. Then it's like epic ventriloquism.
I know, it's weird. It's just like he's just sitting there, he's, stone face, poker face. And his mouth isn't moving. And I'm like, how's he talking?
Yeah.
And his mouth all of a sudden moving, like, ugh.
Very carefully. That's a.
To all our viewers, technology has really gone far. Kevin can talk with that moving his mouth.
Yeah. I'm doing it telepathically.
I have a telepathic link to my computer.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I was going. Well, okay. I'll have to go ahead and talk about it. kind of like an on track, like a just another topic thing. This has just been a free form conversation tonight anyway, which is fine.
Yeah.
But
for me, it's hard to find any news that isn't Corona news.
I know.
Like, for instance, Google. Google gave out tons of Chromebooks to various educational institutions, all over. And the reason they did it is because everybody is trapped in their house, for quarantine.
Yeah.
So, and a lot of people, believe it or not, they don't have laptops or computers. Even now, you would think it would be more common, but there's a lot of students that don't invest in it because they're just like, I'll use the resources available to me at the institute I go to. So
Yeah.
the problem is, you have all these students that don't have the means to go to the campus anymore to use those resources. So Google decided that they were going to step up and start donating Chromebooks to help with online classes.
Mm-hmm.
But, once again, that is news that's tied to the coronavirus.
Yeah.
So it's very hard to find anything that's like, wow, this is news that isn't sad and depressing.
Yeah.
With me, when I try to find stuff, I try to find stuff that, even if it doesn't deal with the coronavirus, it's usually more uplifting, like the Pokemon Go, being able to play it from home. I'm trying to find I think my topics for next week is I'm going to try to find some, like, really good deals on games and stuff like that so that I can give people a list of cheap or free games that you can play or services that you can use while you're stuck at home.
Yeah.
I think I might do that as well. Like, I went through the Steam free-to-play library, various times and tried multiple games. So I might put a list out there, my personal thoughts for the free-to-play category.
That's good. I think next week, bring y'all an episode of cheap and freebies to get you through quarantine.
That's always a good idea.
Apparently, it's gonna be a thing for a while.
Yep.
So, so we need to get some stuff together, throw as the viewers, and hey, you can do this. Try to get through the day without going insane.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, even right now, we're using free services to do this webcast.
That's true, we are. And actually, shout out to our friend Darcy Owens, who gave us, at least me and Thomas, the idea to turn your phone into a webcam, because if you're, old school like me and Thomas, you don't buy a webcam because you have no need for it ever.
Yep, same.
So,
We're all using it because of Darcy.
yeah, we are. Darcy, he does all his church sermons. It's really cool if you guys want to check it out. You don't have a webcam. You want to start doing some type of video update of how the quarantine is treating you. If you have an Android, download Droid Cam. Download the app on your computer. It connects through your Wi-Fi connection. And when you open it up on your phone, it will tell you what your IP address is for your phone. And all you have to do is make sure the two match, and then you hit start, and it automatically links and starts working. Yeah, right now, that's what I'm using. I'm using a Samsung Galaxy Cam as a webcam.
Yeah.
No, I was using my Note 8, but Skype was having issues with it, so I'm using my MacBook.
And the one I'm using is also it's the iPhone version of the Droid Cam, the Epox Cam, I believe it's called.
Yeah.
And it's also a pretty simple setup. Just connected with the crap. I'm not good at telling people things. Connected through your Wi-Fi. It's a very simple setup. So.
Yeah, I set up the same as the other setup.
Yeah, those are really useful apps, I guess. So far, hackers have not hacked those apps, so you're safe.
Yeah. Oh.
Let's we'll reconvene next week, everyone, and hopefully have you all a list of cheap and freebies of apps and games and stuff that you can enjoy and while you're on lockdown.
Yep. Oh, are we ending? Or was that what's going on?
I have nothing for
You stole the show, Kevin.
I know.
We have to end. Apparently, Pat can't hear us.
Yeah. Well, the last thing I just wanted to talk about was this new Stargirl series that CW's putting out.
Okay.
It's one of the. It's like kind of like it's mainly a DC Universe streaming service production. Like that's where it's starting at. Like and they're going to be doing it on Mondays, and then they'll be on CW on Tuesdays. And if they were going to use that as a selling point for the app, then that's the horrible marketing, I think, to give it away for free the next day. But whatever. But they did some. They put out the some new cast photos and pictures. And it looks like it's going to feature the Justice Society of America, which that's very strong, like very much tied to Stargirl's origins. Like her stepfather was a member of the Justice Society, and then she found Starman's cosmic rod that her stepfather had kind of stored away.
I got totally caught up on cosmic rods. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean that's. But like it looks like there's going to be like a new generation of Justice Society within the series that are all taking the like legacy identities of like Wildcat, Dr. Midnight, who else here? Hourman and Wildcat. And so I think that's going to be interesting because it's taking like I said, the new generation, but like with the classic characters, which I know I'm familiar with some of them, but generally they didn't wear the same costumes as them. So that's yeah.
One thing is that I could commend, I guess, the CW Network for is it seems like that they take the underdog of the comics and they turn them into shows.
What's this on?
Well, you said it was on CW.
Yeah, yeah.
I was saying that they take a lot of the, not so popular comics and they turn them into shows. Like, for instance, Buffy. Buffy, when they released from Dark Horse Comics, probably weren't the most, I guess, popular ones out there.
Yeah.
But, you know, CW turned it into a show, and then, well, there was a movie and then a show.
Yeah.
But, and then like this, you know, a lot of people probably haven't heard of Stargirl unless they're like really big comic enthusiasts.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't. I don't know. Have you, Thomas?
No.
Yeah. Well, she's it's another thing where she's appeared in, you know, like I was talking about earlier, the Justice League Unlimited series, and they've actually had her in both Smallville and in the Arrowverse version of shows. So this will be the third live-action iteration of her, surprisingly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I quit watching Arrow, I think, after like season 2 or 3, so...
Yeah. I think they really hit their peak with season 2.
Yeah.
What is her superpower?
Stargirl?
Yeah.
Really, she has no superpower. Everything, like, she can fly because of the cosmic rod, kind of like how a witch does on a broomstick.
Okay.
And she can, like, shoot laser blasts from it or whatever.
Okay, so she's the Jubilee of this series.
Yes, but she requires technology to do it. And then her stepdad he has a big giant, he's basically Iron Man, but poor.
Iron Man the poor.
Like he's
Iron Man, okay.
yeah, like he's got one suit, that's it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So what happens if that gets destroyed? Is he just done?
Yeah, it's just Doug after that.
Yeah. He's like, guys, I'm too poor to help.
Yeah.
What's your superpower? I'm poor.
So,
It's kind of everybody's superpower.
see, it's the exact opposite of Batman.
Yeah. What's your superpower? I'm rich.
Yeah.
Okay. What's yours? I'm poor.
This is getting pretty good. We need to watch this. There's, you know, poor people.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like an average Joe. Like he just gets lucky and becomes a superhero. That's pretty much it. If you do want to watch it, May 19th on CW. So.
All right.
All right. We'll have to check it out.
Yeah. Anything else you guys want to talk about? I got nothing else. I just enjoy the camaraderie.
Yeah. I'm gonna put my MacBook on charge. I'm gonna charge in like 3 weeks.
Yeah. Well, guys, I guess if that's it, then.
Until next time.
Pinky's out.
Is that good?
See you guys.
See ya.